Hi, good day everyone. I am Wilson Olanon and we would like to discuss to you our topic is all about virtue ethics. So what is virtue ethics? Virtue ethics is a philosophy developed by Aristotle and other ancient Greeks. It is the quest to understand and live a life of moral character. This moral character based approach to morality assumes that we acquire virtue through practice. By practicing being honest, brave, just, generous, and so on, a person develops an honorable and moral character. According to Aristotle, by honing virtue habits, people will likely make the right choice when faced with ethical challenges. To illustrate the difference among the three key moral philosophies, let's refer to the film The Dark Knight, where Batman has the opportunity to kill the Joker. Utilitarians would definitely endorse killing the Joker. By taking this one life, Batman would save multitudes. Gerontologists, on the other hand, gerontologists would reject killing the Joker simply because it's wrong to kill. But a virtue ethicist would highlight the character of the person who kills the Joker. Does Batman want to be that kind of person who takes his enemy's lives? No, definitely he does not. So, virtue ethics helps us understand what it means to be a virtuous human being. And it gives us a guide for living life without giving us specific rules for resolving ethical dilemmas.
Telos and eudaimonia. Everything had a telos, and something was judged as good or bad according on how well it performed its purpose. Aristotle believed that every living thing has a telos or a purpose that defines its nature and what it is meant to achieve. In the theory of causation, he believed that everything in reality was working towards a telos. This was an end or a purpose. Like for an example, the telos of a scissor is to cut. If the scissors was able to cut when a human wants it to, then it reached its telos and it's fulfilling its purpose. But if the scissors cannot cut, then it doesn't fulfill its purpose and it is a bad scissors. Human beings are exactly the same. We also have a telos. We have a purpose. Aristotle referred to the concept of eudaimonia. This is a type of happiness, a pure happiness or bliss. For human beings, he argued that the telos is eudaimonia, which refers to a state of overall well-being and fulfillment. Aristotle saw eudaimonia as the ultimate goal and highest good in life. Our ultimate goal for being alive is to strive towards eudaimonia. Everything we desire is because we believe it will make us happy and bring us closer to eudaimonia. For example, if you ask someone why are they going to school, they may say to to find a stable job with a high salary after they graduate. If you ask them why do they want this, they may answer you to earn money. And if you ask them why do they want to earn money, they may say to buy foods, to buy clothes, to pay bills, to build their own house, or to buy a car. And if you ask them why do they want this, they may answer you to have a better life, to be happy. Another, another example is if you ask someone why are they going on a date, and they may say to find love. But why do they want to find love? They may say to get married, to have their own family. And if you ask them why do they want this, they may say to have a better life, to be happy. So, in order for us to fulfill our purpose of eudaimonia, Aristotle believed we must live a virtuous life. This is vital for telos of a human being.
I'll be the third reporter. I'll be discussing about virtue as excellence. According to the book Virtue as excellence is achieving the highest purpose of a human person. Contains the ability to function according to reason and to perform an activity well or excellently. Ang pagbuhat sa mga maayong abutan gitawag og virtue or art in Greek. Kini nga mahiyas na lakip sa intellectual virtues sama sa kaalam ug kahibalo. Ingon man usab sa moral virtue sama sa kaisog pagpugong sa kaugalingon nga makabuhat og dili maayo. Ang virtue of excellence nalakip sa padayon nga pagpaningkamot alang sa personal nga paglambo sa potential sa usa ka tawo in every various domain. Og encourage ang isang katao nga i-develop ang ilang intellectual abilities, acquire knowledge, and engage in critical thinking. Sama sa pag-develop sa kaugalingon na to be mature enough to know what is right and wrong at. Kaya ang pagkahimo sa kamayo nga individual ang trabaho sa pagbuhat sa og maayo sa iyang adadlaw nga pagkahimo.
Good day to each and everyone. I'm Dara Mimikutuan. So I'm discussing all about virtue of excellence. In the context of virtue ethics, the virtue of excellence is not about achieving perfection, but rather about making progress and constantly improving oneself. For example, you may find that making mistake is unacceptable. As a result, you may be excessively critical of yourself when inevitably mistakes are made. Often beneath the surface of perfection is grounded in a need to be liked, accepted, and valued. Perfection can be obvious or subtle. A virtue excellence also highlights sa kaimportante sa pagbalance o pag-self-discipline, self-control ug uban pa. Nag-encourage ang virtue excellence to avoid extremes and find the mean between this deficiency and other excess in their action and behaviors. For example, courage is considered a virtue of excellence, but recklessness and cowardice are seen as extremes to be avoided.
Good morning, sir. I am Santa Maputo. I'm the next reporter of this group. Furthermore, the virtue of excellence is not solely concerned with individual well-being, but also with the well-being of others and the community. It promotes the idea that one's actions should contribute positively to the flourishing of oneself and others. This perspective emphasizes the importance of ethical decision-making, social responsibility, and the cultivation of virtues that foster harmonious relationships and a just society. Overall, the virtue of excellence within virtue ethics provides a framework for individuals to pursue personal growth, cultivate virtues, and lead a morally and intellectually fulfilling life.
Good day, everyone. I am Ilaris B. Lonzon, and I'm here to report about moral virtue. Moral virtue or ethical virtue refers to the development of virtuous character traits in individuals. Aristotle believed that moral virtues are essential for leading a good and fulfilling life. Virtues are qualities of character that enable individuals to act in accordance with reason and to make morally good choices. Examples of these are courage, temperance, justice, generosity, and honesty. Aristotle argued that moral virtues are acquired through habituation and practice, by repeatedly choosing virtuous actions. Individuals develop virtuous habits and dispositions, shaping their character over time. Virtues are not innate but are developed through conscious effort and ethical cultivation.
Hello everyone, my name is Joanne Orashan. I am the next reporter. The doctrine of the mean, or mesos, is a key aspect of Aristotle's virtue ethics. It suggests that virtue lies between extremes and involves finding the mean between deficiency and excess. Aristotle believed that every virtue represents a mean between two vices, one of excess and one of deficiency. So what is excess, by the way? When we say excess, it is an amount of something that is more that necessary, permitted, or desirable, means sobra. When we also say deficiency, it is a lack or shortage, means kulang. For example, courage is a moral virtue that lies between the vices of recklessness and cowardice. The virtuous mean of courage involves acting with appropriate confidence and bravery in the face of danger, neither rashly risking one's life or retreating out of fear.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mario Fiba Maos, and I am the next reporter. The doctrine of the mean is not about adhering to a strict mathematical average, but rather about finding the virtuous balance in specific situations. The doctrine of the mean represents moderation, rectitude, objectivity, sincerity, honesty, and propriety. The guiding principle is that one should never act in excess. The doctrine of the mean is divided into three parts: the access, Confucian, metaphysics, the process, politics. Considering contextual factors and individual circumstances, the mean is not fixed but can vary depending on the situation, the person, and cultural norms.
Hi, my name is Melody Albinar. I am the last reporter. So finding the mean according to Aristotle necessitates practical wisdom, phronesis, which entails practical reasoning and the ability to discern the morally right action in a given context. It necessitates a thorough understanding of ethical principles as well as the ability to apply them appropriately. So to summarize, Aristotle defines moral virtue as a state of character that habitually acts according to the middle measure that practical wisdom identifies as the moral choice that should be acted upon, given the concentrate situation that the person faces. So the goal of virtue ethics is to promote the maturation of a person's character. Building a good character is everyone's task and responsibility.